Teddy's up early today, but it means I get a little bit of extra time before I go to work, so we can play and have some breakfast and hang out together a little bit before I head off to work. Doing some filming today. Who's that? Did you have a nice sleep? Pulls on your heartstrings when you know you're not going to see him for the next 7 or 8 hours, and you just think, God, that time could be spent with Ted if life was different, but it's not, and you know, we all have to work, but it is really tough for any working parent who doesn't get to see their child as much as perhaps they'd like to. So it's tough, but I'm off to work, and I'll be seeing Ted later on. I'll pick him up later on and give him an extra big cuddle then. It's 5:30 and I've just finished work, so I'm walking home. Usually I finish between 5:30 and 6, so I got out a little bit earlier today. It's tough going to work. I mean, everyone's got to do it in a way, and you know, so I will, but that doesn't mean to say that it's easy. It's not. I'm going to go in, and he goes to bed at 7, so it's 5:30 now. You know, I've got just over an hour with him really, which obviously I'll enjoy, but it's just not always enough, is it? Anyway, let's go and give him a cuddle. Ted's just had dinner, we've had some tea, and then he's been playing downstairs for a bit. So now it's bath time. Ever since Ted was born, I have bathed Ted every night, or give or take 1 or 2. It's a really special time actually. I try to make sure that, you know, if at all possible, I'll bath him every single night. Just it's our time that we, yeah, we'll get it in a minute. Our time that we spend together. So just try and make sure that always happens. I went from work about 5:30, gave Ted some tea, and which was nice, and then we played for a bit. I got changed, I gave him a bath, and then he's had a bottle, and now he's tucked up in bed, and yeah, that's it. So he got from work at 5:30, and by 7 o'clock he's in bed, so it's about an hour and a half. Which is just not long enough for me. I wake up, you know, I got up and I probably had an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I'm lucky, this morning before I went to work, and then an hour and a half. So it's 3.5 to 4 hours a day on a weekday, which I know is a lot more than so many dads. It really is. It's a lot more than a lot of people, like our NCT friends or other friends with babies. Some of them get up before their baby wakes up, and they get home when their baby's gone back to bed, so they don't get to see them at all during the week, and obviously that's really tough for them. I don't know how they do it, because I get 3.5 hours a day, a weekday, and that is hard enough for me. That's why the weekends are so important. You want to make the weekends as good as you can possibly make them, because that time is so precious. Anyway, he's been down for about 10-15 minutes, so I'm going to sneak in with you and see if we can get a shot of him snoozing. God, I just adore him. Seeing him sleep so peacefully is like the best thing like you could ever do. I could watch him sleep all night long. God, he looks like an angel, just resting, beautiful, and God, it just gets me every single time. I come in and say goodnight every single night, and without fail, because it's just so important for me. He doesn't even know I'm in it, but for me, it's just, I spend a few minutes every night coming in, just watch him sleep. I love it, and I love him. It's just amazing.